this is the third part of the reading now. And I'm doing the Angels and Ancestor deck. Do I want to do... No, I want to do this one. Let's see what's going to come out for us. Actually, before I do it, I had like dinner and everything. So I'm just going to center myself again. Right. I was shuffling the deck with the book. My gosh, how is that even possible? Right, Oracle is the first one. The second one is High Priestess. Autumn, winter, spring. Oh my gosh, is this okay, Water Guardian. Okay. Then I've got the Arrow. Oh, that came out straight away. Seer. Okay. What else? Hermit, Hunter, Peacekeeper. This is interesting. Oop, anything else? Sage, Medicine Guardian. Oh shit. Earth Guardian, Traveler. I'm putting the ones that fell up and there was loads of them. Oh, I didn't see this one. Shapeshifter. Interesting. I don't feel like I need as many cards, but interesting. Mountains, stand your ground, stag, trust and thrive. Bottom of the deck, Medicine Mother, but I feel like there's something else that wants to come out, so I might put them back because I feel like I just had 3, so 3 more cards. This is very long though, so I guess so. I've got a Druid. Okay, Lord and Shield Maiden. Okay. And then at the bottom of the card again, Witch. So I think I need to split this like I did before into 2. I'm just going to mute my TVs. Okay. $22. That's a lot. Okay. And I heard, right, this is going to be for the next 11 months. Okay. And it is something that's going to happen. I'll show you from now. So we've got autumn, winter, spring in order. That in itself is amazing. So we have just moved out of the autumn. We're now in the winter period, and then obviously the next stage is going to be the spring. I'm seeing those three cards as past, present, future. So I feel like I need to rearrange. I've just taken my phone off charge, and I'm gonna put it here so you can see what I am doing. Not because I feel like the order isn't valid. I feel like there's a story being told, and I need to connect the dots in the way that they're meant to be, because there are a lot of cards and I wouldn't normally have this many. Also, I have 2 cards at the bottom of the deck, and I've just realised that this card isn't like, it's not just showing like this, it was showing this, and so it was witch and shaman that I could see, witch, shaman, which means that he wants me to have these in the summer. So right, okay, so that's another message there. I think you're gonna be tapping into a very powerful moment in the summer. Okay, yeah, I most definitely, I don't know why my phone keeps going like dark. It's so annoying. It happens every single time. But anyway, I hope you could see that. I now think there are 3 different readings. And I have to really try and listen to my intuition to piece it all together. Okay. Because I said that it was 2 readings before, but because I have witch, witch, shaman, summer, that is another stage. These are stages. Ooh. And I don't know if I've already said this, but I did hear the number 11. So, and I think I did say like the next 11 months. So I'm wondering if I split it into 3 stages, or maybe even 4. And it's making me think, is it, oh, no, okay, because I was thinking, is it going to be this autumn coming up next year? But then if I look at the bottom of the card, it says release the old and rest, which is past going into present, right? And then from the winter it says take care of your needs. So, and then obviously it's then you've got the spring, and then when I turned the deck around again, it had witch, shaman, summer. Okay, so that's going to be the 4. So I need to put this into 4 different categories, right? Right, okay. Now, because I want to rely on my intuition, because I had this at the bottom of the deck as well, which was honor your inner knowing. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. I'm gonna keep that out and keep it as the bottom of the deck for the autumn, winter, spring. I think that's what you need to do. Well, it's more, actually, I'm going to keep it as winter because it's your present, spring into your future. I don't think it's going to affect summer because by the summer you're going to start practicing some deep shit. So what I'm going to do now is all the cards that I've got. I don't even know how many this is together. I've just kind of put them all together, and I'm just going to count them so I know how many's in here, and then I'm going to shuffle them, split them randomly into 4, and then I'm going to put them out that way. So if I move it here, you can see. So that's autumn, winter, spring, and then the summer that's attached to the shaman and the witch. And then here on the side, which is above winter, spring, is medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Oh, okay. That came out straight away. Stag, trust, and thrive. And I was looking at autumn. Right, no, I'm putting it back because I don't want any cards to pop out. I want to be as unbiased as I can, so I can get the correct order. I'm just going to move them around in my hands, shuffle it, and then when I feel that I need to stop, I will stop and then split it into 4. I didn't even count actually how many cards, like I said I was going to, but it's fine actually. I'll just do it like this. It doesn't have to be an even number. Oh, okay, that wanted to come out. You all want to come out, but no. Isn't it funny that I'm being guided to do a yearly reading when that's not what my intentions were? But I love how you guys get to see it in, like, I mean, I was going to say real time, but it's not live. But yeah, you get to see how it works. Okay. So. Okay, and now I'm going to move them around. So there's this one here, this one there. Until I get a feel. Do I want it like this? Does this feel good? I want to do it again. It's not feeling good. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. I'll move over so you can see me, and if a card pops out, I'm just pulling it over. Okay, so I've got 2, 3 here. Now thinking of spring. Now summer, that one, back to autumn, there anything that wants to come out for autumn? No. Moving on to winter. Anything for winter? Oh, okay, it was these three. Okay, spring. That one. Summer. Spring. Autumn. Okay, got it. We got there. Now, okay, this is interesting. So for autumn, I have hunter, and the hunter represents tracking down your fears and desires, right? And then seer, see beyond the current situation. Okay, winter, we've got quite a few cards, so it's going to be a busy season for you. So I've got sage. I need to put this in a way, and then I'll show you how I've done it. So sage, be devoted and committed, and I think that's to do with your healing. And then stag, trust and thrive. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Shield maiden, make plans and focus. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. I'll have to move these across. Oracle, wait for important information. And high priestess, harness mystical power. That's your winter. Okay, and now your spring. Move the spring up here. So, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Then Druid, hold the space. And then Lord, take charge with authority. Okay. And then with summer, you're tapping into something really powerful, right? Maybe you're realizing how strong you are mystically. Because we've got shaman, trust in higher forces, which be the light. Trust in higher forces, be the light. And that's what you have to do. So I've got mountains, stand your ground. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Peacekeeper, a harmonious resolution is possible. Hermit, retreat and recharge. Traveller, move in a new direction. Okay. And to get further clarification, I am going to use the Rider-Waite deck, because this has, oh shit, unintentionally turned into a yearly reading. So let's start with autumn. Can I have a clarification card for the autumn, please, Spirit? Okay. Queen of Wands. Someone coming in, okay, and then 7 of Wands. and then Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, now let's take it into the winter. Oh, and then Temperance, that flipped over. Into the winter, please. Straight away. Right, Seven of Cups, the Fool, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. Is there anything else for the winter period? There's no cards. Okay, Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh, okay. One more. And then we had this earlier, but instead of it being in reverse, it's upright now. Seven of Swords upright. Okay, going into the spring, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again, please. Oh, did I say Knight of Cups and Ace of Swords before? I don't think that was there, but I see it now, and I forgot to leave it there. Right, Death upright, Four of Wands upright. Is that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. I heard the word long winter. This makes sense. There's too many cards for what I want. Can I just have one more if that's what we want? Okay. Okay, Summer, please. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Then it was Ten of Wands, but it was in reverse. The Chariot upright, Page of Wands in reverse. I think this is leaning towards ignoring a certain gift, but it is foresight. And then I've got the Ten of Cups upright. Okay, so now I'm just going to go into the reading. Actually, I've never used Egyptian one. Let's see if it has anything for me. Interesting. Right, I can't. Oh, I don't really want to say this because I don't want to put things in people's heads. I've said this earlier and this confirms it. It is for the winter, which is now. Please be careful with people that are around you that you think that may have your best interest, but they may prove otherwise. Someone might be a bit sly. I don't know what their intentions are, but it's coming up for me. Okay. I just heard like using you, and I think it can be, I was gonna say through like emotion or manipulation. And this card actually, Knight of Cups, is there, and I didn't realise it, right? Because I said when the cards flew out of my hands. But yeah, be careful who you like bind yourself to emotionally. Ulterior motives. Anyway, let's do it from the beginning, right? Even though because like I said, yesterday was the last day of autumn, and now we're in the first day of winter. Sorry, this part making me burp. But because the card says release the old and rest, it's both like past going into your present, so you're entering that period. So I think you've already been doing this, right? Figuring out what triggers you, and trying to find ways to cope with how you are triggered. You're not quite there yet, but you are in the process of doing it. It's an ongoing thing. So I'm guessing it is you exiting one cycle and moving into the next. At the same time, you're trying to figure out what it is that you want, or how to get what you want if you do know what you want. But you do need to step out of your comfort zone, and I mean in the sense of where like you can see how can I say this? I'm trying to find the words just so I'm careful in the way that I say things. It's more so like not stepping back into black and white thinking, and seeing that your life can be lived in other ways and still. But anyway, basically you are not your past anymore, and you are in the here and now, and you can look forward to a future that you want to create. Because I could get more technical with it, but I don't think I want to overload with more information. And plus, sometimes having the power of foresight, even though realities can constantly change, I do tend to be right a lot of the time within my pattern recognition. I just don't want to put it out there, but I will give warnings where I see fit. So, right, in the past, right, past going into your present. So I feel like you're starting to feel more confident with, I think it's internal battles you had going on, right? And although you're still a bit rocky because of your childhood trauma, like you feel more rest assured that what you've done is right, it's right for you, and it gives you a peace of mind, even though there's still a lot of inner conflict to get over. So that's that there, and it just gets reconfirmed here. It's very brutal, very, very brutal, the pain that you're feeling from it all, and the internal battle. And because of this, you don't know if you should stay or if you should go. And you're very like unsettled, hypervigilant, right? You're looking out. Basically what I'm seeing is like fight or flight mode is activated. It's very much activated. But again, this is the past. This is in autumn and we're now in winter. In winter there's a lot going on. Okay. So I already gave you the little warning about this, right? And the sword as well, Ace of Swords was... Yeah, I think it's just like saying it was upright, and it's saying like just be careful who you speak with and stuff. Right, there's some people that are quite... See, you can tell how sly this fox is. It looks so freaking sly. But what I want to know is, why would you want to be that way? Like, what do they get out of it, right? Is it like you will then have to owe them something, right? Through their good intentions. I'm so confused by that. And then, yeah, I think you've got to be careful with in this is your present now, present future. So even though you still don't know what to choose and stuff and what to go towards, because you're not emotionally balanced right now, please be extra careful with yourself, okay? Because sometimes when you're not in the best state of mind, it's easy to get led astray, especially if you start speaking to the wrong kind of people. You don't want to be bound to that kind of energy, right? And there's water there in the background, so I think it is in an emotional state. So be careful. Be careful who you give your love to, right? And actually, yeah, it is cups, so it is to do with emotions. Yeah, and that was the Queen of Vase. And it's because you're not in the best frame of mind. And then I've got this in upright again. And this is, I'm sorry, but it's the fucking sly fox. The sly motherfucker. Whoever this person is, they're so fucking sly. Be careful. Be careful. Because they'll end up draining you even more. And it's going to have an effect on the journey and that you're on, the efforts that you've been making, right? And this is personal growth, personal journey. It's not actually about traveling somewhere. Again, because you are surrounded by water, and then obviously you got to the swords, and swords is all about communication. This little, whoever this piece of shit is, please be careful. That just confirms it all, right? Shit. I wonder why though. Actually, do you know what? I want to try and see. I'm going to put the Rider Waite, after I finish this, I'm going to, like, with the summer, because I've not gotten into the Ancestor deck just yet. I've just mainly been doing the Egyptian one and my Rider Waite. I think I'm going to ask the cards just to know what star sign they are. So I'm going to leave this out, and I'm going to leave this 7 out, because I want to know who this son of a gun is, because I do not trust them at all. I can put these back for now. Right, and in the summer, right, I think because of what you're going through, it's going to be hard for you to remain strong in your belief system at times. It doesn't mean that you've turned your back on faith. It just means like it's hard to turn to it sometimes because of everything that's going on. Because you've been feeling very. Alright, this is in the summer, right? You just don't want to have the burden of that. I think it's because of everything that you've had going on previously after all of this shit, because this is me telling the future now. You kind of don't know whether you want to go into this or not, but you should. I can't tell you what to do though. I feel like you feel like you don't have the energy for it because it's a lot, and you just don't want to carry it. You don't want to. You don't want to have the responsibility. You just want to be happy. You want emotional fulfillment, and maybe sometimes you feel like being connected to spirit in such a way is making it hard to do so. But I think here you're being told to basically adapt it in a way that's for you. It's not just about like reading about it and learning about it. I think it's something that you yourself can create for you. So that it does feel more meaningful to you, and you'll understand it even more. It doesn't have to be something that's done in a specific way. And when you're practicing rituals, that will be the way that you learn. But it is something that you're destined to. I mean, you can walk away from your destiny, but will you be happy if you do? Or will you feel like something will always be lost? But like I said, this is going into the future. I mean, we've just entered winter. This is like at least It's still like 3 seasons away, really. Yeah. But Spirit has instructed me to do this reading in this way, so I have. Oh, and I just realised, I apologise because I completely skipped spring and went straight to summer. Because in the spring it's saying, yeah, you're going to be bringing forth some new change, and you will be happy about it, your household, but your money might not be where you want it to be. But, you know, you're still happy regardless. That's because, like, you've not actively been seeing the fruits of your labour. It doesn't mean that the seeds aren't planted. Or maybe, do you know what it is? It's that the seeds are being planted. Do you know what, actually? It's because you're thinking about it in a material sense, whereas Spirit is thinking about it from you becoming what you have to be, what you're meant to be, which is a shamanic witch. Got 2 different ideas. Like, you're thinking of career, Spirit's like, babes, you gotta go for your calling. And that makes sense, actually, why you're quite opposed to it and you don't want to carry it. You don't want to carry it. You see it as a burden. That makes a lot of sense because you want to see the money. You do have to be tight with your finances in the spring. Going forward. You can't spend frivolously, okay? You do. And you will have to start working hard, even when you feel like you can't, and it's like a constant battle, you know. But again, as well, I see this a little bit as a warning. So you might actually keep the person around that I was warning you about, this sly person, in the winter and going into your spring. So be careful. That's more of like a warning, right? So I've made you aware of it. I don't want you to become hyper vigilant about it though, to be honest. It's always good to have that awareness there so you know what to watch out for and just to keep tabs on people's behaviour. Now, going into the actual ancestry deck, now that we've got the clarification a bit more. So, in the winter, I don't know if I've said this already, it is the wolf. And we had the wolf in the moon reading. So you do need to take care of your needs. And, you know, you are a social animal. So you may need to do it by finding your own pack. Because that's what the moon deck said. But please be careful with who that person or people may be. Okay. I do believe that if you aren't so careful about it, they will be following you into the spring. I've not seen anything about them in your summer though. So that's quite reassuring. So yeah, it's all about you in the winter, okay? Whatever you need to do. And then, right, I've got be devoted and committed. That's what the sage is saying. So I think this is about you journaling your thoughts. And through journaling, you'll be able to connect on a spiritual level to Holy Spirit and align yourself. I think that putting words down onto paper is what's best for you in this winter period. That, and even doing it outside, because he's writing down on a leaf, it looks like. Yeah. Even if it's like writing music or poetry or whatever, and it doesn't have to be something that you share, it can be between you and your God or gods or goddesses, whoever you believe in and connect with. I definitely think if you can find somewhere to sit and do that, that will be very beneficial to you. And then we've got the stag, which says trust and thrive. So yeah, I think if you can pick out the good seedlings with all the people you will be interacting with during this winter period, it will be very good for you, right? But don't be like a deer running into headlights, okay? You gotta pick the people particularly. Like, you can't just go for anyone. Oh, my phone's going to die. Anyone and everyone, because they will not have your best interest at heart. Not everyone will. Again, I keep going back to this because this has really annoyed me, and I want to know who the hell this person is. I think it's a person, not people, and I don't know why. Right. But anyway, if you manage to surround yourself and protect yourself by being around like good people, good energy, people who aren't energy vampires but are uplifting souls, then yeah, you will thrive in that environment. And then I've got arrows. Surround yourself with protective energy. Okay, so that's basically going off of what I just said. Literally, it's kind of, it actually is like the same as back of the card, the owl. So you need, like, to me that's saying be wise, and protect yourself. Okay? You've got to learn how to protect yourself. Not everyone is a friend, and that's okay. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. That goes hand in hand with the sage, the stag, and even the winter card. When you start making your plans, don't be frightened, because it is change, unwanted change, but necessary change. So try to remain grounded in this, okay, and stick with it even when it feels hard. You are more than enough prepared to go through it, as long as you are wise about whom you protect yourself against and who you let in, so you with the trust and thrive, okay? You have control actually over the people who enter your energy field. Then I've got Winter Guardian, connect with your emotions. I think you're already in this. It's going to be you connecting even deeper, and I feel like you'll be able to do this through journaling. That will be your outlet, and you will see it. I really think that writing is the thing that will help you make sense of everything that you are feeling right now, and it will stop you from looping and spiraling. And I don't mean like using ChatGPT or anything, or like recording yourself or anything like that. I literally just mean writing it down. Oh, let me get this in a book. Pen to paper, old-fashioned way, dating it, writing your heart out, and then like just keep going with that. And then when I don't know, when you feel like it or you feel ready, like you don't have to read what you've written, but I think it can help if you do. I don't think it should be re-traumatizing. It will be hurtful though, and you can see your own little patterns and how you may like loop sometimes. So it can help with that. And then Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So if you trust in the right people, you will know what advice to take, and perhaps what advice to leave, because at the end of the day you are in control of like what you yourself do. You may not have full control, nobody ever does, but if some information feels right, then there's no harm in like adapting it into your life, and then if it doesn't serve you, then there's no need for you to. But yeah, if you get the right information, that will also help you to thrive. And yeah, it can also help bring you closer to certain people and trust in them. Okay. Oracle, wait for important information. I think that is what it is. Sometimes we may hear things that we don't want to hear, and then when the timing's right, you go back to it and you can then be like, okay, I understand now. Timing. I think that's what that is to me. And it's I'm getting patience. Okay. And then the High Priestess is saying, harness mystical power. I genuinely believe that is just through what's it called? Through meditation. I think it's through journaling, to be honest. Right? Because you're not going to be at that stage yet until the coming summer. But it's slow. It doesn't come all at once. It really doesn't. So listen to your angel guides, because she has wings, how you can see. Yeah, and there's like a pentagram there. So that's what I get for that. So listen to your guides, okay? Tap into the energy that they're giving out. Try and not to push back on it. Obviously, it's still your choice because you do have free will. I mean, these two cards, this one's not out. Do you know what I get here? It's like she isn't like an obvious angel like these two guardians here, that she's not even labelled as a guardian but a high priestess, but she speaks through them. She speaks through them. Oh, no. They speak through her. They speak through her. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think that's me. That's where I come in. But I might not even be the only one. There could be multiple people that come up in your life that can also do the same, okay? So, yeah. They will have, but because the oracle card, wait for important information, and she's next to the high priestess, so they will come with more information in the coming weeks. You just got to be patient enough to wait for it, because it all depends on how you go about your present, because things are always moving, always changing. What I said 10 minutes ago may no longer be as valid as something else, you know. So, and it also depends on when you actually get the message as well. Bear that in mind. Okay, so now moving on to the spring. So it's in my okay. So yeah, so it says see your seeds grow, but they're not really growing just yet, right? You're still in this kind of energy, but certain seeds have been planted, right? You just need to be tight with your finances, but again, things can change. But a whole new cycle has opened up for you, a whole new cycle, and you're going towards it with an open mind and heart. Okay, but oh yeah, it was this card that you do need to be careful. I need to put my phone on charge. I hope this person does back off, basically, by the time you enter the spring. But anyway, this is the card that represents you working, okay? Working and planting, so your seed will start growing. I'm just going to put my phone on charge. Okay. But yeah, please be careful with that son of a bitch. Maybe it's a male, because I don't know. So yeah, see your seeds grow. You gotta remain, or try at least to remain grounded, right? Stay connected to the earth. He's also got, or they've also got their so you've actually, I'm coming back because I need to do something. Oh my god, my cat, the way he sleeps is so funny. He's just there like I'm like, how is that even comfortable? It's beyond me. So yeah, I did say, okay, so it looks like he has some sort of jewel where like the third eye would be, and his hand, or their hand, is placed on their chest, and then they've got a staff that they're holding onto. And what's that there? I can see a star, a pentagram there. So, oh, this camera's terrible, but believe me, it's like a web sort of thing. And yeah, it's there. So that is telling me that you need to use your intuition, or listen to your intuition, like connect with it, okay, through the third eye. And you need to listen to it and believe in it and trust in it, okay? Because it's your higher power talking to you during this time. And then I've got the Druid card, which I associate with the Hermit, hold the space. Yeah, so there's going to be some sort of lesson learned, and you might even be a bit more introverted during that time, or something happens, you need to remind yourself to stay grounded as you watch the fruits of your labour. And then yeah, you sort of say hold the space. So again, time, it's slow but fruitful, and there needs to be a lot of trust there. That's what I'm getting from that. Then I already read these, right? The tarot for that. So it says summer, bask in joy and light. So after a long period of the that's the cycle that you're entering into now. Because I did say we had the death card upright, and that was in the spring. So in the spring you'll be entering a new cycle. Hopefully the harmful energy, they might not be like physically attacking you, but those that have poor or bad intentions won't be following you into your summer. But I do have here mountains stand your ground. So if they are, prepare to stick up for yourself where you need the. And actually, no, there may be, because I've got the Lord take charge with authority. So whoever this person is that may try to control you, don't forget that you are a witch and you have shamanic ties. I think it's something that you will need to practice in the summer. It will be good for you. And then there's traveller, move in a new direction. So that can be in many ways. It could literally be you moving somewhere else, or a move in career prospects, move from like maybe a relationship that's not so good into being like single or something. These are just things that I'm making up, but yeah, something is going to change, and it is going to push you to go in the complete opposite direction to what you have been going in. Yeah, and you're doing it for yourself, and it is going to be the way that you show up for yourself and stand up for yourself. Then I've got shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. That is again connected to these two, the witch and the shaman. So yeah, I think that's you becoming more and more comfortable with these gifts and exploring them and practicing them, right? Giving space for it. There's an owl there on top of the head. There's an owl here. Wisdom. It's the knowing. Maybe you can also make certain predictions. Maybe you've got strong pattern recognition, so you can foresee the future. I think you have the knowing actually. Yep. And it does say be the light. So if you are going to practice it, practice with light. Some people say, oh, it's good to face your darkness, and it is good to face your darkness and to overcome the darkness. But some people literally practice darker magic, and for the soul it may not be the best thing, in my own personal opinion, as we are light beings and we are connected to other light beings that's connected to like the Holy Spirit, which is the source of light, like ultimate source of light, where life's source was created and existed and came to be. You know, I think it's always good to follow the path of light. Again, it is your choice, but some people may point you into other directions. if they do, just again be careful. With the Lord as well, I also see goat heads. Is this person perhaps an Aries? Or is that the energy you will be bringing in? We'll find that out in a bit. Then I've got Peacekeeper. A harmonious resolution is possible. So whoever this person is, I don't want to fixate on it too much, but obviously Spirit has brought it to my attention, so I have to bring it up. Yeah, so whoever this person is, you can sort it out. But, you know, if you can perhaps cut the cord a lot sooner and the soul tie, do so. But once you do come to this peaceful resolution, you'll then retreat. Oh no, this is the Hermit card. I said another card was the Hermit, which was the Druid. No, the Druid isn't. I was wrong. There's an actual Hermit card and it says retreat and recharge. This is the Hermit meditating here. I see this, the Druid though is also the Hermit because of the staff and the glow around the staff. Maybe it's 2 stages of the Hermit, or self-reflection basically. But yeah, you'll be doing a lot of self-reflection after this period. Interesting. Now, let's see if I can figure out the star sign of the person or people, if I'm reading for multiple people. So let's do Earth sign, Interesting. It's the pentacles, so it could be a did I have all these cards? Oh, wait a second, because I had some of the cards flipped, so it's not good when it's like that. I need to rearrange them. So yeah, it can be perhaps a Taurus, a Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so I don't know if that's you or the person, but I did ask. I'm going to shuffle it again. I'm just separating my cards because some of them were turned the other way as I was shuffling. This flipped as well, the 7 of Cups just now. Oh, it flipped again. Okay, I have to take it out. It flipped twice. It went. So it could actually be a water sign. Or maybe it's an earth sign that is connected to a water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces, and what's the other one? No, that's it. They're the only 2 that want to come out. So, I think oh. I've got these two, but the Magician and Ace of Pentacles, that is a future, and I think that's going to be spring or summer. I'm not going to read into that, but yeah, I think it, oh my gosh, and then Hangman. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. They want to bring up more messages, but sometimes you need to know like when to stop with the messaging, like, you know, just to stay grounded. But yeah, I think this is you, an earth sign, and you need to be careful of the water sign, or even because there's clouds, an air sign. This is definitely earth though, and I think the earth is you. But yeah, and they will try to confuse you in some way, and it will be as a means to control you. Okay, and your outlook. So I'm hearing gaslighting. So I do believe it could be earth and water signs, you know, as I've said. May, because of the clouds, be an air, but I don't really think so. Or it could be an air sign trying to confuse your emotions, or a water sign. I heard Cancer. Water sign overloading you and draining you emotionally. Okay, so be careful, as I've already said for the millionth time. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one here, and I'm going to do the angel deck and the goddess one.